Okay, we're almost done. Just hold on a little bit longer.
Oh no, the game's almost over.
Yes,
guys.
yes, we're almost out. We're almost out.
How will I cope with the music being over, the game being over?
Oh, don't you see the music is trying to be creepy and all that. So
hopefully the Tangled video game is not as boring as this.
well, I guess there's always the Rick and Rob video game, which is just ungodly bad.
We'll get to that, but not now. Like,
Okay.
Jesus. All right, so this is the game. This is what I can basically say is the game's final puzzle. Here's the thing, Jova. You know why it takes me a while to figure out this puzzle? This puzzle requires you to try your best to get behind the gate before it closes out all the way. How do you do that? Simple. You use Merida's dodge roll. I know what you're gonna say now. Wait, dodge roll, Pedro. This game has a dodge roll. I never exactly. That's the thing, Jova. At never any point using the circle button to do the using the R1 button to do the dodge roll as or was it the L1 button? One of the buttons. Never at any point, Jova, has the dodge roll been required for anything in this game until now.
Like, does the dodge roll even, save you from damage or anything? Like,
not that I experimented much with it because I at this point I just wanted to get this game over with. So,
wow, that's mighty number 9 levels of bad. Hey, here's a mechanic that you were never told about before, but here it is now to force onto you.
The reason I took my time, I'm taking my time figuring this out is because I swear I forgot the dodge roll even existed.
Yeah, I was actually wondering, did you even know the dodge roll existed at this point?
I did remember, because the tutorial did mention it briefly at the beginning of the game, but I forgot about it. There you go. And now we get the final outfit. Merida's torn outfit from the archery scene of the movie.
Yay! Look at those painted on
Cloves horse. Cloves horse? Is that meant to be some kind of Scottish pun or something?
No, I get it. It's a play on the words. You know the term clothing whore?
No, actually I don't.
You've never heard of that? Sure, help me out here.
I don't think, oh, look, cutscene actually.
Okay.
No.
But I guess I'm glad you haven't, because I still need your help.
I wonder what's gonna happen at the end of this section. I mean, it can go so many different ways. I mean, But anyway, here's Brave, Jova, so explain it to me yourself.
So, basically, there is a term called a clothes whore. Basically, it's a person obsessed with shopping and acquiring items of clothing. Now, here's a modern-day twist to have the, when people want to be family-friendly, they instead say, you're such a clothes horse, as opposed to a clothes horse. Be family-friendly.
I guess. Sure, I guess I can, let's see. Man, I'm becoming incredibly good at predicting the future.
So what do you think of Merida's torn outfit, Pedro?
Well, it's the outfit from the movie, so whatever.
Well, do you
there's not much to say. It's just the outfit from the movie where she torn it because it wasn't very suitable.
It was too tight, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Well, yeah, it's something from the movie at least, unlike the fucking armors. So.
I think my issue is like, it resorts to that lazy trick of painting on textures.
Well, yeah, true, but at the very least, it's something from the game. I don't remember Merida ever wearing that white recolor outfit in the movie.
Yeah, she never did.
They're so jittery.
Oh, I think it's a bridal gown. She was against the whole pre-established marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So did her mother just scale the wall as a bear or something, and that's how she got ahead and is out of sight?
You just love to ask questions, don't you?
Yes, we do. Questions help us, form logic here and there.
Now, granted, questions should be
Reasonable.
reasonable. Not get into the territory of nitpicky, but still.
Pretty much, yes.
Again, it's what that scene from the Earthquake, aka kill 250 enemies with the Earth Charm.
Anyway, you were saying?
It's like that scene from The Little Prince, where the little girl is all like, "Okay, I have some questions about your book." Okay, shoot. First of all, what was the prince doing in the middle of the desert? That is so odd. Nobody survives without water, and then the aviator's shaking his head and stuff. The movie basically making the point that by focusing on the details, she missed the greater message that the scene was trying to convey. It's like you said, like we should be mindful when doing those things.
Yeah, that's why I've said I'm not really that huge into. I'm not really into those really analytical film reviews.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Mum. I just didn't understand.
So I said before, I'm not really into those
that now.
overly analytical review film channels.
Sure.
Mor'Duu.
Finally.
No, Mum.
Or more of his moods.
Hold on.
What?
The bonds
You're...
torn by pride. I understand now. It was never just the tapestry or a magic spell. Pride,
Hold on.
selfishness and anger. Those are the things that created Mor'Duu. It's what's kept him alive for centuries. That means I
Okay.
have to fight him on my own.
Oh god, there it
Just
is.
for Mum or the boys or even for our kingdom. I have to do it for myself.
What is that a side glance?
And shouldn't you be looking where you're aiming?
I know, right?
Alright, so welcome to the final boss. We don't even fight Mor'Duu, we just fight his minions.
So, Merida insists that this is her battle. Yeah, sure, but why not have
Well,
your
it's because-
mother help you? Whoa.
Well, it's because, Jova, remember, the idea is that one of the things that caused Mor'Duu to, return, according to this game, mind you, remember, because the game is taking its own twist on the story. According to the game, it was Merida's prideful arrogance about not wanting to listen, because remember, this is a different take on the story.
I'm sorry. So, beating the stone hurts Mor'Duu, apparently.
That's the thing, Jove. It's not so much that it's hurting Mor'Duu. It's actually just to the point where we defeat all the mooks, and that somehow equates to Merida letting go of her pride and therefore destroying Mor'Duu. Because the way to kill Mor'Duu is not by physically beating it. The only way to destroy Mor'Duu is by letting go of your pride. So they're trying to do that whole thing where Merida has to, find a good compromise between her duties and her free life. So, and that's so it's so I will give credit to the guys at Behavior Trap, but they at the very least had a better idea of how to resolve Merida's character arc than the movie did.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I get that story-wise, but gameplay-wise, I love how literally Merida wailing on the stone physically hurts Mor'Duu. It's hilarious.
It's sure. No, go ahead and finish then.
Also, it feels like we're getting a boss rush, except these are all bosses that were never shown beforehand. Like, we're actually getting these proper bigger enemies who look like actual proper boss fights, but because they didn't show up until
actually, we already fought all of these bosses before.
I'm pretty sure we didn't fight the giant flame warthog. Like, maybe a smaller flame warthog, but not like a big one like this.
I think we did, but whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Then again, maybe it's a super large version of the Mook, so who knows?
Yeah, those are the primary two positive aspects that I can point to this game. The puzzles, for the most part, because those final two are what the hell happened. The puzzle design is serviceable. It does a good job in feeling like it's a good fit for a game like this. And the story, while by no means perfect, at the very least, there's a better idea for how they want Merida's arc to go with than what the movie did, whereas the movie had a complete fucking mess. This movie, despite lacking the writing skill to properly achieve it, has a better idea of how to convey the character development, and actually does make it actually makes the defeat of Mor'Duu more interesting. In the sense that it's entirely dependent on Merida. And they even took away the problem of the movie where, you know, the mom was completely unreasonable, and by just making it so that you know, it's just about Merida having to let go of her pride. You know, like they literally took the mend the bond torn by pride line and basically just roll with it. You know, it's all about pride. It's all about letting go of your pride. Which is something that the movie didn't really do because, you know, Mother Bear. But this movie actually does it. But this game, to its credit, does do a better job of coming up with a better story. It still mostly doesn't get that much. It's not that all that resonant because the writing is not exactly stellar. But I will say that the writers of this game had a better idea of what to do with Brenda Chapman's original material than Mark Andrews did. So there's that.
Well, I actually improved it then. And
all right, so final wave of mooks. There you go. We have a rock titan to beat, and this time we have to do some platforming to get to him.
What is the platform debut with me?
There you go. Almost done. Almost done. I'm trying my best to skip the birds, but the birds are fucking annoying. Excuse me, coming through. There we go.
I love how you're not even bothering switching to the wood guys' flame weakness.
That's a pinch of like.
You're that powerful.
Not just that, like I'm just so completely on autopilot at this point. I'm just so aching to finally end this game. So, there you go. All right, now let's take care of this guy. Fun fact: his life bar is below him, right, instead of above him, because which is interesting because
you can't see himself.
Well, you can actually. You can see right there, but probably would be a bit difficult to see for people like SCWRM, most likely. There you go.
You say that like I'm paying full attention.
Well, no, you're not. I'm just that's why I said about other people with your condition maybe want to try playing this game. You know?
No, I mean it's not even about the condition. It's like I'm not even paying default attention to begin with.
Anger and darkness. With the last of those creatures defeated, Mor'Duu vanished into the wind. His cursed soul released.
Great Scott!
Great! Oh.
There are no
No, this is heavy.
and there are no small battles either. But the journey was worth it. I defeated Mor'Duu.
No, it wasn't Merida.
Stopped his
It wasn't.
blight, and I restored the kingdom. But even more than that, I learned there are bonds that should not be so easily torn apart. I'm Merida, and I'm still my father's daughter. But I understand now that I'm my mother's daughter.
Holding
as well.
my invisible
Bravery,
bow.
battle, adventure, they're nothing without sacrifice, duty.
There you go. That's a better that's a better final scene narration than the final scene narration of the movie.
Yeah, so
the moral at the very, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is by no means Shakespeare, but at the very least the moral is conveyed decently enough.
Congrats, game. You technically have something of a better narrative than the movie you're based on.
And that was the Brave video game. Alright, let's start. I'm gonna start with the positive stuff. The hand-drawn artwork is really good. It looks really good. It's just a shame that the actual graphics themselves look hideous. But what can you do? The music is bland. The puzzle theme is okay, but that's about it. The voice acting is again great. Like Kelly MacDonald is for the most part fine, but she has her occasional naff moments.
Actually, I think she's literally the. Oh wait, she and the witch are like the only two voice actors.
Yeah. So Susan Blakeslee. Yeah.
Like animal noises.
Susan Blakeslee is great because it's Susan Blakeslee. I mean, that woman is amazing. I mean, Philippe Charon. Okay, that sounds like a French name. The gameplay. Oh shit, the gameplay is so repetitive because the gameplay loop gets old fast because you're just doing the same shit over and over and over and over. And you'd think with a game that lasts only like 4 hours, it wouldn't be so bad, but it is. It is. Though, I will give it. Yeah, and the story, at the very least, is better. The people who wrote this game at the very least have a better idea of how they could, convey this story better. So there's that. The moral at the very least is sound, unlike whatever the fuck they were trying to convey in the final scene narration of the movie. Destiny is something we have in ourselves. What does that even mean? At least the final narration actually says something logical and sound that makes sense. So give credit there. Aside from that, yeah, this game is boring as shit. Don't bother playing the game. Even if you're a fan of the movie, don't bother. Trust me, the gameplay gets old fast. I have no idea what the hell Katakura sees in this game. So I'm actually gonna go back.
Didn't you say before his review was quite old at this point?
No. That's for Nakshi, right? He reviewed it in his recent Disney licensed games video that he made.
Actually, it's Pixar licensed game.
Pixar licensed, yeah.
I'll have to watch that too then, because I really want to know what he says.
I'm gonna look it up right now, right after this. Feel free to watch it with me if you want. Yeah, that's about it. The game is boring as crap. Don't bother, Shiroi.
All right. Well, I mean, I agree. I do like the hand-drawn sequences. Much like Sonic and the Black Knight. Which, although I thought they were better there, they were still fine here. The art is nice. Aside from that, what we have right here is think of pretty much everything that could be wrong with a licensed game, and it's this.
What did you think of this game's twist on the story of the movie?
I mean, the message is relayed better, as we just saw, but the rest of it, I just don't like. I might as well just watch the movie again. It's less boring than this. I don't even hate the movie. It's just kind of there. Aside from the first act, which is one I do enjoy. I mean, it is nice to, it's nice that you have the brothers helping you out with the puzzles, just as, they're in the movie, we might as well use them. The mother does nothing. She's just... I don't know why you're able to make her sections go by quicker, because that was something you got the ability to do throughout this, and it's like they were already short. Like, we could have used this for Merida's sections, but it is what it is. Again, pretty much everything bad about a licensed game is right here. Just don't really bother. Watch the movie. If you're that, if you really want to experience the story for this, just watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
Can I go next? Yeah. Well, I do like the hand-drawn pictures. I say pictures because they don't even move half the time, so can I really even call them cutscenes?
Carry on.
The music's fine, but that's about it. I mean, there's a better example of letting us know we're in Scotland as opposed to, say, Highlander 2. Well, again, almost anything's better than Highlander. But everything else just looks basic. I mean, even the in-game graphics, which by 2012 standards look abysmal on 360 and PS3, and even Wii by that point. Sonic Colors looks better than that game, and that came out 2 years before.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it. And honestly, the gameplay doesn't even look that fun either. It's just you doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I've got. I mean, hell, this game didn't really hold my attention. So, what do I have to say about it?
Trevor closes out.
It's Brave, the video game. You should know what you're getting into if you've seen the movie, for as much a failure that the movie was, as I've mentioned before, but the game surprisingly does give a better narrative than the movie. Granted, that's mainly a result of the movie's narrative being so weak, but the game actually does improve on some of the narrative aspects. And, the pictures do look rather nice, even if Sonic and the Black Knight looks leagues better. The music is fine. The puzzle music is good. Everything else, though. The gameplay is repetitive to the point of madness. The outfits are, well, dull, to say the least, or just not fitting, or at best, recolors here and there. The weapon variety is lackluster. The gameplay variants don't really vary that much. Queen Eleanor arguably has the best gameplay, yet her sections are so squandered and everything. The voice acting is fine for what we got here. Good on them. All the same, though, it is such a budget, rushed tie-in game. It's one of the purest examples of it. It's by no means one of the worst, but my god, does it feel unbelievably dull, and to the point where it feels lazy. Like, I won't say, yeah, it does feel like laziness. Like, they probably were rushed, but some of the stuff that they got wrong is so baffling. Like, not letting you change up your equipment unless you're at a merchant here and there. The way that upgrades work sometimes is backwards. The glitches, the graphical hiccups here and there. Oh boy. It's definitely a budget rushed game. If you really want to experience everything there is that involves Brave, sure, play it whenever, but don't say we didn't warn you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that pretty much brings our Brave playthrough to an end, and that may be the end of our experience with the Brave franchise.
Yeah, we've officially done everything. We've done the movie, we've done the short that comes with the Blu-ray, and we've done the video game. We're done with the Brave franchise. So
it's almost like Disney realized that the Brave franchise wasn't exactly as hot as they thought it would be, so it didn't get continued.
So yeah, let's hope the Tangled video game is better than this. I'm not exactly getting my hopes up because it's not. When it comes to modern Disney licensed games, unless it's made by Heavy Iron Studios or Avalanche Software, most likely it's gonna suck. So,
well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
So, see you then.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.